In the tranquil town of Bhaktapur, nestled in the heart of Nepal, lived a young couple deeply in love. Muna and Madan had been together for years, and their bond was unbreakable. They often strolled through the ancient streets, hand in hand, and dreamt of a future filled with happiness. One fateful day, Muna received a job offer that promised a brighter future for both of them but came with a heartbreaking twist. The job was abroad, far from the cobblestone pathways and the warm embrace of her homeland. The decision was agonizing, but she accepted the offer, hoping that the time apart would be temporary and the sacrifices worthwhile. As Muna boarded the plane to a foreign land, Madan promised to wait for her, no matter how long it took. He stood at the airport, tears in his eyes, as he watched the love of his life disappear into the sky. Months turned into years, and Muna's life abroad was a whirlwind of new experiences and challenges. She missed the familiar sights, sounds, and most of all, the man who had held her heart for so long. Yet, she clung to the belief that their love could withstand the distance. Back in Bhaktapur, Madan's life stood still. He faithfully wrote letters, sent pictures, and waited for each precious call from Muna. His days were spent reminiscing about their shared moments and the promises they had made under the shadow of the ancient temples. But as time passed, the distance weighed heavier on their hearts. Muna's job demanded more of her time, and her days grew longer. Madan felt the growing distance between them, and doubt began to creep into his mind. One evening, as they spoke on the phone, the silence between them spoke louder than their words. Muna confessed, "Madan, I love you, but this life abroad is changing me. I don't know when I'll be able to come back. Maybe it's best if we take a break." Madan's heart shattered into a million pieces. He had waited, holding on to their love, but now the one thing he had feared the most was happening. With tears streaming down his face, he whispered, "If that's what you need, Muna, then I'll let you go. But know that my love will always be here for you." They said their painful goodbyes, and the line went silent. Madan was left alone in their small house, haunted by the memories of love and laughter that had once filled its walls. Time moved on, and Muna's life abroad continued to change her. Madan, too, tried to rebuild his life in Bhaktapur, but the wounds of lost love ran deep. Years later, when Muna finally returned to Nepal, she visited their favorite spot in Bhaktapur, hoping to find Madan. But he was no longer there. The love that had once bound them had become a bittersweet memory. Sometimes, love alone is not enough to bridge the gap between two worlds. And as Muna stood in the place where their love had blossomed, she couldn't help but wonder if their paths had diverged forever, leaving only the echoes of what once was.